What's up, Amazon sellers? There are one hell of a lot of opportunities out there to buy and resell on Amazon. The real question is how well are they actually selling on the Amazon marketplace? Now, if you're looking to find products to buy, to resell on Amazon, then watch this video, because today I'm going to share with you what the Amazon sales rank is and how you can use it to figure out what has good sales on the Amazon marketplace. So stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. And quite simply, I've been doing online arbitrage in the UK. And right now I'm on my road to do £1 million by the end of 2021. Now, enough about me. What are we going to go through today? Well, first things first, number one, I'm going to go through what is Amazon sales rank, all about that. Number two, I'm going to talk about why the sales rank is important. Number three, I'll talk about what tools you can use to read the sales rank. And then finally, number four, how to read and use the sales rank information when sourcing to make sure that you are finding good deals. So let's get started. First things first, number one, what is Amazon sales rank? The Amazon sales rank is a rank number which describes how well a product is selling relative to all the other products in the same category. Now, the lower the number, the better the product is selling. So the closer it is to one, or if you see one, it means that that is the best selling product in its category. Obviously, the further away it is from one, then obviously the worse it's selling. So number one is the best selling product in the category. Now, the one thing which I will say is, you ever see, maybe on a tool, a sales rank number of 0, this means it's never sold because it can't be ranked. So be careful with that top tip there. Now, one question you might be asking is, where can you find the sales rank of an ASIN? So quite simply, you can find the sales rank of any product on Amazon on the Amazon product page. Just scroll down to the product information section and Amazon will display the product sales rank for that product in the broader product category, as well as subcategories as well sometimes. So what I'm going to do now is jump onto the computer and we'll quickly show you where to see this as I just described. So right now I'm on, should we say, a product, and if we just scroll down, what I will do is go all the way down to, remember that section that I talked about, the product information. You can see it right here. Now, the one thing which we're looking for is over here, it has what's known as best seller rank or sales rank that people call it. And you can see here it's got two numbers. Number one, 49,441 in beauty, which is the master category or the main category. And how do we know that? Because only main categories will have this afterwards, see top 100. If it has the top 100, that is the one that we're interested in. We're not interested in these subcategories where it says here 122 in blushes. We're not interested in that. We're only interested in this top one. See, when it says the top 100, it means that's the main category, and that's the one number we're really interested in. Okay, so this leads me nicely onto chapter 2. Why is sales rank so important? Well, like Google, Amazon has its own algorithm for ranking products on its website, and Amazon does not reveal precisely how the sales rank algorithm works, but according to Amazon Seller Central, sales rank is an indicator of how well a product is selling with similar items or products within that category. Quite simply, it's the rank order of related items in regards to the number one most popular all the way up to however many. Now, if you are an Amazon FBA seller or even FBM, for example, looking for products to say resell online using the Amazon marketplace, you should always be making sure that the products you are looking to sell has good sales on Amazon. And one of the best ways to know if a product has good sales is by checking that sales rank number. Now, to put it simply, the closer to the one that sales rank number is, the better selling that product is. Now, I will stress this. The closer it is to one in that, remember, top 100, the master category, not the subcategories, is going to help you out in getting much faster selling items. Just keep that in mind. Don't be fooled by the subcategories. Quick question for you guys. Estimating sales is super important when we are talking about buying products to resell on Amazon. So how are you estimating sales on your products? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm really interested. Maybe you're doing something that I don't know and I need to learn from you. Let me know in the comments how you figure out sales estimations on Amazon. Now, this leads me nicely onto chapter 3. What tools can you use to understand the sales rank better? Now, one of the best tools you can use to read the sales rank data is Keeper. Now, this is a super useful Chrome extension that we use in our Amazon business when we are analyzing deals and to try and understand if they have good sales in data or good sales in the past. Now, what Keeper does is it stores the past sales rank along with a lot of other information of an ASIN and makes a graph showing you what that sales rank number has done over time. Now, what I'll do now is I'll jump onto, should we say, a product, and I'll give an example of that sales rank graph using Keeper. We'll go through it now. Right, so we've just loaded up back into the same product again. Let's go back down now and have a look at a Keeper chart and see what is going on there with that. So let's scroll down, and what you can see here is this Keeper chart here. So what I'm going to do is just zoom in to give you a bit of a better understanding. So zoom in on that. Now, what we can see here is lots of different lines, and what I'm going to do is just hover over this sales rank. So you can see this green one, that's the one we're really interested in. Now, remember that sales rank on the Amazon listing, that is, it shows you what the sales rank is today. Keeper is amazing because it shows you what it has been in the past, and if you can understand what's gone on in the past, you can probably make a good prediction of what it's going to be in the future when you come to sell the product, hence why Keeper is so amazing. Now, what are we looking at? Well, quite simply, we can see here this sales rank, should we say, we are doing against this axis on the right hand side, and what are we looking at is it's gone up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, generally speaking, the closer it is to 0, so down the bottom here, remember that 0 line, or 1, should we say, the faster it's selling. Now, what we can see is the higher up it is, 150,000, the slower it's selling. Now, if we see a beautiful flat line down the bottom, we're going to go, that's selling really, really fast. It's consistently near 1. But obviously, you can see here with this product, if I turn off the buy box one, we can see, and the new, we can see here it kind of goes up, down, so it sells, and then it doesn't sell, then it sells, and then it doesn't sell, then it sells, then it doesn't sell, then it sells, and it doesn't sell, and it sells. So we can see that movement within the graph. Now, every time you see this product coming down closer to 1, it means the sales are either happening, it's at least 1, if not more, and if it's consistently near 1, it's selling a lot. But if you are seeing a lot of movement just going up and up and up, it means it's not selling at all. So if I were to just zoom in on this section right here, you'd say during this period, that sales have gone up, 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 up. They've never come down, and as a result, over that period of time we're looking at right now, that product has probably never sold, so just be very, very mindful. Now, using the sales rank information, we can get a good idea of how close it is to 1, how popular it is, and also as well how fast it is selling. It's going to really help us out. Now, if you are just getting started on Amazon and maybe finding this quite complex, one thing I really recommend for you to do is take a look at our FastTrackFBA Express course. This is a free course I created whereby we've got so much information we're sharing from our YouTube content, which is really valuable, and also private content which we don't share to anyone else. It's a free course that you can access, and it goes through lots of things about selling on Amazon, including sales rank, Keeper chart analysis, all that information. There's free downloads as well, like top 100 supplier list, and even a buy sheet as well that's going to help you out. So if you are interested and want to learn more about all these things and obviously a lot more in detail, have a look at the FastTrackFBA Express course. I'll drop a link down below. Check it out, I think you'll really like it. Now, this leads me nicely onto chapter number 4, how to read and use the sales rank data, or should we say the sales rank itself, when sourcing. Now, to show you this clearly, what I'm going to do is jump back onto my computer and do a live, should we say, understanding of, should we say, an ASIN, and we'll talk through that about how the sales rank works. So let's jump on the computer now and do that. Okay, cool. So we're back here onto this product. Now, if I just kind of scroll down again, and remember, we've looked at this product already, so I will just kind of zoom in, and what we can see here is obviously the sales rank. We look at the green line. What I will say is don't just always look at a sales rank over 3 months, do look at it over time, and if the more time you can see, greater. Generally speaking, I'll always look at about 3 months and always a year, and I'll consider the long term, but I won't do it forever. So you can see here looking at the sales rank, and if I'm going to draw an imaginary line in my head, if you think about it, we're kind of going to go through the middle of this sales rank line, coming down, up, 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 and what we're trying to do is see that how close that imaginary line goes to the 1. So we can see that probably over here in this section here, because the bulk of the lines are down lower, as a result, it's going to be closer to 1, so it's selling faster then. And then up here, we can see it's probably more spaced out and it's higher up. The average of all this line is much higher, and as a result, it's probably not selling so fast. Now, why? Because most likely you're going to see a thing with the buy box. There we go. This is the sales price. Sales price is a lot lower. As a result, the the volume, the sales rank is lower as well, and as a result it sells more. But because the buy box price is higher here, what we are seeing is that the sales have slowed down, and you can see that in the sales rank. So something really important there, and the correlation between price and the sales rank, and hence the sales velocity of a product and how much it sells. So really important there. But I could be here forever talking about different parts of the keeper chart. Let's go through some more sales rank examples that are going to help you out. Now, the two things I really want to share with you today really are about two different types of sales ranks graphs that you might want to kind of interpret and see based on a couple of things. So first things first, I'm going to go through what I'd probably consider to be a replenishable sales rank, and what do I mean by replenishable sales rank? Well, first things first, a replenishable product is a product that has two things. Number one, consistency in the sales price, the pink buy box line we talked about in here, and also consistency in the sales history, i.e. the green sales rank line. Now, what I will do is jump back on the computer now and show you an example of what I'd probably consider to be a pretty replenishable product in regards to those two metrics. Let's have a look now. So here we are, just jumped into this product, and if I scroll down again, come back to the keeper chart. Now, let me zoom in. Now, what I will say is, again, when we're talking about replenishable products, and sometimes replenishable products do have issues, and we aren't going to see this in the end of this, but I will just talk you through what are the two things that I'm generally looking for a replenishable product. Well, number one, consistency in sale price. This product is pretty consistent with the exception of the price most recently in the last week. Prior to that, it's been pretty flat. I've been really happy with that. Number two, what I'm also looking is consistency in sales velocity, which there we go, looking at sales rank. I'd probably say that's a pretty consistent sales velocity. Yes, it's going up and down, but the sales rank is always pretty much the same. So quite happy with that. Now, if we zoom out to the year, what you can see is that the price has been pretty stable, but the sales rank hasn't. So over the last 3 months, I'd probably say it's a good product, but prior to that, it might be a bit of variation, might be something you want to test. Now, I talked about it earlier on. This is a really good product, apart from most recently. Why? Because we can see the sales rank has decreased. That's not the reason why, that's just a result. Why? Because the price has come down. And why has the price come down? Well, the number of competitions has gone up. So always factors to involve. And hey, even replenishable items aren't replenishable forever. Making sure that you have a range of them is super, super important. But fundamentally, what am I looking for? I'm looking for products with a consistent buy box price, and a consistent sales rank that is just going to consistently sell, so I can keep buying, selling, hence the word replenishable. Right, if you want to know more about replenishables, I'll drop a link to a video up here that I recorded with a good friend of mine, Mr. Luke Dugan, who is a master in replenishables, and how he did £84,000 in 1 month using the system. So do check that out. I think it's going to really help you out. Now, the next one that I'd probably like to look at is what's known as a seasonal item. And this is super important to know about, because sales rank is going to show this item is seasonal. So let's jump back onto the computer and give you another example now of a seasonal item. So here we are, just coming into a product. Now this is a inflatable boat. Now, what I will probably say is that you could probably guess this is seasonal. Well, it's not going to really sell very well in the winter time. No one's buying inflatable boats. But sometimes we can't guess the product is seasonal, and we might have made a mistake. So understanding the keeper chart just allows us to see that and know what's happening. So we obviously know this is probably going to be a seasonal item, but let's go show you what the keeper chart looks like, and in particular around the sales rank that's going to give the game away. Let's go down now. So scrolling down, we've got here on the keeper chart. Now, if I just kind of zoom in, the one thing I'll say here is right now, 3 months, you're really not going to understand. It just looks like a product, nothing special. Let's kind of, and remember, what am I really looking at? I'm looking at this sales rank. I want to get rid of everything else. So remember, what am I looking at? I'm looking at this sales rank right here. Now, let's zoom out to a year. So let's click on that. Now we can see the sales rank's been really low. It's come up, and then it's come back down again, and it's gone up. So interesting there. Still can't really make out. Maybe something's going on, maybe out of stock. We don't really know. So let's do this. Now let's look at all, have a quick look at all. And what we can see is, wow, we can see this repetition of down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now if I just zoom in on that time frame, let's zoom in now. You can see that it's kind of come down here, it's gone up, it's down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, what's that telling us? Well, it's telling us for some reason, at certain times of the year or certain things in a very repetitive order, it's going through cycles. And you might have a quick look and you might go, well, when is this? Well, this is around July. When does it get really bad? Well, that's around November, Christmas time. Again, it comes back around July. In December, it goes really up, or January. July comes really good. And that's really important to understand. Why? Because the sales difference when it's up here, let's call it rank 34,000, is going to be completely different to when it's down here, sales rank 258. And by seeing that seasonal effect, we know whether we should be buying that product today, or maybe we should be getting out of that product, because it allows us to say clear down that product or that stock. Now, quite simply, it's the sales rank data that is going to show you that, whether it's a seasonal item. Now, it could be a lifeboat, it could be an advent calendar. You are always going to see that seasonal item for seasonal products, and it's just going to help you in your buying decisions and also deal analysis. Now, if you want to know more about seasonal products, when to buy, how to do it, what I'll do is I'll drop a video up here about seasonal products and what you need to know about them, also what the ins and outs of them are. So do check out that video. I think it's really going to help you out in your Amazon business. Now, you might be asking the question, what sales rank should we say is good to sell? Well, look, based on my team and my experiences, if we are using Keeper, generally speaking in the UK, we're going to be looking for a sales rank of roughly about 100,000 and below. And also, should we say, within the USA, it's probably going to be about 250,000 and below. Now, it's not an exact science, and there are definitely exceptions outside of that. But what we are saying is, generally speaking, as a rough rule of thumb, that's a pretty good guide. It's just going to kind of help you hone down into the products which are selling. So 100,000 in the UK, 250,000 in the USA, and we'll then go on and do further analysis from that. But that's a pretty good guide. Now, again, what I will say is the more sales rank drops, or the closer it gets to 1, the better the product is to sell. So quite simply, always just be doing that analysis on Keeper is going to really help you out. Now, one of the big questions I always get asked, and hey, even of my team internally, is about when should we use, should we say, Keeper, drop analysis, or when should we be using tools like SAS, FBA Multi-Tool, BuyBot Pro, for example, Ace and Zen, Red Seller. When should we use those sales estimation numbers? Now, look, a good rule of thumb that I generally say is if you are looking at your Keeper chart and you can see the beautiful arch drops, and you can see, should we say, less than 20 of them a month, I'd probably go with Keeper. But if I'm seeing more than 20 drops a month on the Keeper, I'd probably then go with my tool that tells you that. The reason is Keeper is super reliable on slow selling items. It's very good for that information, but it really can't, or it really struggles to give you great sales estimations when you are then dealing with, should we say, products which are selling a lot faster. It just can't give you a good accurate number. So slow selling, Keeper, fast selling, I would use a tool. That's the general thing. Now, one good sales estimator you might want to use if you don't have one of the paid for tools, and a free tool that you can use is called the Jungle Scout Free Sales Estimator. Now, what I'm going to do is jump back on the computer and I will share with you a screen share of the Jungle Scout Free Sales Estimator and how that works. Let's jump on now. Right, okay, so we're back on this product now. Let's just scroll down and have a quick look. So remember, what we're going to do is come right down to this product here, and we're going to be looking for that best seller rank here. And remember, we're looking for the one in the top 100. We're not interested in the sub ones like this hair removal wax. No, we want the top one where it says top 100. So we're looking 12,315, and what we want to do is we then want to go to the Jungle Scout Free Sales Estimator. You can just Google this, but I'll drop a link down below. So right here we come on. So remember, 12,300, and I think it was 15. It doesn't, not a too big issue. And then also as well, remember it's health and beauty. So, sorry, health and personal care. So marketplace is going to be the United Kingdom, and then finally we are looking at here health and personal care. So let's find that here. There you go, health and personal care. What we want to do now is just click estimate sales. What's it going to do? It's going to give you a very good estimate of how many of this product is selling per month. Right now, 150 items, and as a result, you can get a feel that that product is selling about 150 units per month in total. That's a really good guide. Now, one top thing I'll always say to you is it's super important to make sure you are doing your sales estimations checks before you make a purchase. Why? Because if you get it wrong, you're just buying too much or potentially too little, and you're losing profits, or maybe missing out on great profits. So something super important there, and sales rank is going to really help you with that, and understanding that with Keeper is going to be really helpful as well. Now, what I will say is it's not just the sales rank which you need to consider if you are going to be using Keeper to analyze deals. What you do need to do is understand how to really understand Keeper to a very good level, and I've created a 3-part mini series which is going to help you, and it even goes into details talking about how to do sales analysis using Keeper, doing that count or drop method. So do check this out. What I'll do is I'll drop a link around here to that Keeper basics training video that's going to help you get more proficient in using Keeper and level up your game. So check them out. But what I will say is hopefully you've enjoyed this, and if you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.